Hey, this is Kay Thompson with Karma Dog Speak, and I'm really excited to tell you today about Halo and their new release of the Halo 3, which is the new dog collar. The Halo 3 is a GPS-based collar, and it allows me to set up a fence anywhere. I can have up to 20 different fences in my app, and I can literally do an invisible fence within minutes. So I can travel up here to our camp, I can go to my in-laws' house, I can visit a neighbor, and/or just have our fence set up at home. To set up the fence, it is very easy. I can draw it right in the app, or I can walk out the boundary as I need to, and it works on as little as 0.2 acres, which makes it great for smaller properties. Halo has had some definite upgrades in this new collar. It is driven with AI technology, so it starts to understand and read more about your property, so it doesn't get your false feedback at all. It has better connectivity to satellites. It connects via LTE as well as wireless and Bluetooth. So there's a lot of technology that is packed into this collar. And a price point of $6.99, it is a great deal versus an invisible fence or some of the other competitors that are out there. Now, what I wanted to share today was what my experience has been bringing Cosmo onto the Halo 3 and some of the different features of the collar that I just think are excellent. 3 has double the GPS reception with satellites, so the accuracy has been fantastic. It's been very improved since the Halo 1 and the Halo 2. What I'm super impressed with is its ability to really be the smart collar that you need so that your dog can have the freedom to go ahead and explore and roam, but still knows where their boundaries are. One of the great things about the collar is they also have a new quick fit system. So you can print out an example of the collar. It actually gives you measurements. You can measure it around your dog's neck. The collar will actually fit a dog as thick as 30.5 inches around the neck. This is Trixie. She is a Dachshund, and she is actually our house guest right now. And by the way, not the right fit for her. But this is Cosmo. But he's been working on the Halo fence for about 2 months, and he got it actually very quickly. He still has some missteps every once in a while, but you can see he's got his collar right here on him. Now, let me take the collar off. The collar looks like this. It actually has a sheath that it comes with, has a small speaker right here, and it hooks right underneath the dog, right underneath their ear, and that way they're going to hear the speaker. Cosmo, come! Now, to train Cosmo, I basically put on the Halo collar for about a week. Didn't turn it on, just let him get used to the weight of it. There's a whole training system that comes along with Halo that's actually right inside the app. Now, one of the best improvements I saw in the Halo 3 has actually been the battery life. Cosmo's reading at 25, and Vivi, while she is a Halo 2, I'm getting about half of that. One of the great things about the technology of this collar is when they deliver upgrades, it actually comes out live, and those upgrades are constantly improving. Now, the Halo 3 also does have new colors. It has Orchid and Sunburst, as well as the classic white and gray. The durability on all 3 of my collars has been excellent. I've owned Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3. With the Halo 2, they came out with a canvas sheath, which I really didn't need at first, but once I got 2 dogs and they play constantly, and especially a puppy, that canvas sheet was a huge welcome consideration, and it really protects the collar. It also keeps it from getting caught up on things like branches and sticks and other things that might be kind of in a dog's exploration. Now, we're up at our camp, and this is a pretty rocky, hilly terrain. We also have a waterfront property. One of the great things about this collar, it is waterproof, so my dogs can go play in the water. And since I can set it up anywhere, I really don't need to worry about the rocky hilliness of my space and trying to dig in an invisible fence. Now, as I said, I can have up to 20 different fences. I can change that fence very quickly on the fly. I can either draw it directly in the app, or I can walk out the fence with whatever boundary I want to have. Now, the boundary is very simple. The dog hits the boundary, they're going to get a sound. They keep going, they're going to get a vibration. And then on the 3rd try, they're going to get static. And I can toggle those on or off depending on my dog. The static has a range from 0 to 15. I can toggle it on and off. Cosmo is a number 4. And Vivi is a number 1. And of course, the dogs hit the boundary and they stopped. As a matter of fact, My neighbor has two dogs, both Frenchies, Odin, and I highlight them on my channel, Odin and Loki, and they both have collars. And so she's been really happy with the Halo dog collar. She has the Halo 2, I believe. Yeah. One of the great improvements that Halo 3 came out with is a new magnetic charging port. So the older charging port actually had a small cover that went on it. If you ever had a problem with that, you could just let it dry out. I personally never did, owning this collar in 3 years. With the new magnetic charging port, that is to help alleviate any issues that people were having. Right up on the table. But I absolutely love this collar. It's just given my dogs and me a whole different relationship than when my dogs were puppies. Always leashed, always tethered to me. Giving them the freedom to roam has been fantastic. The other best feature that I love about the Halo dog collar is that I can call back my dog wherever they are at any time. So there is a remote feature which basically allows me to signal to the dog's collar, hey, come on back. And a little whistle will go off and my dogs will return. Sometimes they do break through boundaries. Dogs are going to be dogs. They may just wander into spaces that I don't want them to be in. So one of the great things about Halo is that I can call them back with the callback feature on the app. And that's one of the unique features about this device that is not given on any other GPS collar. And I think for me, it's been a huge game changer. Now, one other feature that a lot of people are not talking about is that Halo will also provide what's called a beacon. And a beacon operates kind of in two different ways. It can either be a keep away zone or a stay in zone. So let me give you an example of a stay in zone. Maybe I'm taking Cosmo for a walk. He's got his collar on and I want him to stay within a boundary and still track him, but I want to turn off his collar whenever we're walking around. That's how I use the Halo beacon. I just attach it to my leash. But there might also be an area where I want him to keep away. So for example, bathroom trash, kitchen trash, countertops, certain rooms, things like that. I can put a beacon inside my house, and when the dog approaches the beacon, it connects via Bluetooth and gives them a signal that they are not to be there. I can also create a keep away zone outside, as they have an outdoor Halo beacon. There are areas where I want to use a beacon to go ahead and keep them or deter them from certain garden spaces or spaces that might be hazardous. Now, the training and setup of this app is incredibly easy, and I love that you can reach out to trainers, and actually their support is fantastic. It is actually a live one-on-one session in a video session. That's one of the great things about Halo. I've seen them go from Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and I'm going to keep repeating that because I've been a customer for a long time, and one of the things that I've seen them improve on significantly has been their customer service. They work 24/7. You can connect with them via video and they will actually take over your app. They help you get set up and they also do training with you. There is a subscription service required for Halo. It is worth every penny and it's really pretty comparable to any other subscription service you're going to find for any GPS-based collar. The starting subscription service is $5.99. Come here, Viv. Now, another great feature of Halo is that it also gives me activity tracking. The ability to be able to look at how often you are walking and exercising your dog, or they're just taking advantage of being outside and enjoying and exploring the outdoors. So is $6.99 worth a GPS-based collar? For us, it is. It's just giving us so much flexibility and ability to maneuver with our dog, to take them anywhere that we want to worldwide. They absolutely love the freedom. It's just been a really great fit for our family. I also love that in my family, both of us have the app. We can both log in. We can both actually control the device as we need to. So if we need to give feedback to Cosmo or see where he is, we can. I've also had, for example, somebody staying at our house when we've been out of town, and I've given them access to the Halo Collar app, which has made it very easy to travel with without your dog, and to know that they're going to be in a safe spot. One thing I will also say is traveling with the dog collar is really an important note to make. I have traveled with the dog collar on my pet as we are driving down the road. And you know what? She actually escaped. That was Vivi. It was actually last week. She escaped from the car. One of the great things about that Halo Collar app is since I could do the callback feature, I was able to quickly get her back in the busyness of a McDonald's parking lot. That to me is a huge game changer. Anyways, if you have found this video useful, please like and subscribe. Feel free to follow, share, ask me a question. I will do my best to answer for you. Good boy.